If you want to hear about signs and symptoms in the 2-week wait after a 3-day transfer of IVF as a surrogate, stay tuned. Firstly, I want to say a lot of this is probably down to medication. I don't know what is and what isn't, and to be honest, until I know if I'm pregnant or not, I won't know if anything is a sign, because obviously if I end up not being pregnant, then these are just IVF signs from the medication. I'm actually on the HRT medication, so it's an HRT-FET. For those that don't understand what the hell I'm saying, that's a hormone replacement therapy cycle with a frozen embryo transfer. It's weird because I now talk in fluent acronyms, but basically it's a drug called Progynova, and I'm taking it 3 times a day, like an equal, they've given me times to take them. Take it at 8 to 4 and 11 p.m. at night. I'm also taking 400 grams of Cyclogest, which is a progesterone pessary, twice a day in the morning and in the night, roughly 12 hours apart. So a lot of this stuff will be down to the things that I am sticking into my body, which are a massive amount of hormones, if you ask me. I know I'm feeling hormonal because one of the first things is like sitting there randomly and feeling like you're about to burst into tears for no reason. Like, there is nothing wrong with me. There is no reason I want to cry, but I want to cry. It's very annoying. And things that would normally just make me go, oh, make me go, oh my God, I'm going to cry. It's very, very annoying. I am not an emotional person. I don't do tears and, you know, feel stuff much, because just no. And apparently I'm now really all about feels, and that, you know, the advert that's going around with the all mums are created equal, making me bawl. So yeah, I'm just going to just go with the flow. Some of these symptoms are a little bit gross, so I apologise in advance. If you don't want to hear like actually, genuinely, truly what is happening to my body down to medication or pregnancy or whatever, seriously tune off, because it's not pretty. It's not pretty. And I'm not saying it to give you weird people kicks. Sorry, but I'm not. So, another one I have, which I know for a fact is down to the Cyclogest pessaries. So anyone that's about to shove these things up your self, you will get irritable bowels, basically. You end up going a lot more than usual. And I've also found I've had a ridiculous amount of wind, like trapped wind. The other night I had Darren banging me on the back, like winding me because it was uncomfortable. And wind escaping your anatomy in various ways. Well, by various I mean two ways. And basically I just didn't want to leave the house for a few days there because that was a little uncomfortable. I was just mortified, absolutely mortified by a lot of it. Then there are the delicious things like increased cervical mucus. So every time you wipe, it's, you know, there is stuff there. It's been very, very fertile cervical mucus this time, whereas normally as a pregnancy symptom I did used to have sort of like a discharge, but it was more the creamy. This is egg white CM, like absolutely egg white CM the whole time. Then yeah, so they're the main gross ones. The other ones, such as heartburn, acid reflux. I've had so much trapped wind before that vomit has literally come into my mouth and I've had to swallow it. It's horrible. Or you just get the acid burn right here because there's so much sort of gas. Sorry, Molly's snuggling in. So much gas, it's pushing. I'm so good at these videos, sorry. Pushing everything up, and that's a little uncomfortable. The uterine area itself. Now, I don't think this is actually my uterus. It feels more like it's my ovaries because it's slightly, rather than it being right this central bit here, it is sort of here and here. So it is the sides. It feels like it's ovarian, but apparently you can have displaced pain, and a lot of people are like, oh, it could be implantation, and I wish it was, but I obviously I don't know. It could just be twinges or whatever. But I've had mainly within the first 3 days of the transfer, it was all on the right hand side. A lot of sharp pinching pains and the odd shooting pain, and then the dull ache you get before you ovulate, before that sharp pain, if anyone gets that. Then yesterday, the day before, and the day before, yeah, yesterday and day before I think it was on my left hand side. I was getting that. And then today earlier, and even now, my ovary on my right hand side feels like that sort of dull stitch sort of discomfort. And I've also been getting pains, like period grumbles, very, very light ones, but definitely uterus, and backache. But then my uterus doesn't stick up like this. My uterus is like this. I've got what's called a retroverted uterus. So I think because it's enlarged with all the thickened lining and everything, it's resting on my back, and every now and then I'm getting a bit of backache. I also got the daggers, you know, the shooter pains that go down, but not just down the vaginal area, but also the rectum, straight through butt. Sorry, not sciatica, not down your leg, like actual passages and the exit route. It's been for a second. I think that, again, hormonally induced. And if you haven't noticed, the face. Now on Instagram I showed that I've had this rash and it's all lumpy and bumpy, and it's not pretty, and I've got even lumps around my ears, and it goes all down my on my chest. My neck seems to be okay. I did have it all under here, but that seems to have calmed down now. But I had it all here, all down, just this bit was fine, but here, all down here, all over my chest, all over my back, and all over my arms, is this little bumps, and they're so itchy. I feel like I could remove the top layer of my dermis, just scratching away. My chest wasn't as bad. My back between my shoulder blades and my face just being so itchy, and I've tried not to scratch because it's just, obviously you don't want to do that to your face. So I've tried to be good. And then yesterday, this second head tried to appear. Now, this is, I don't know if anyone else gets these, hurty spots. That's what I call them. I'm sure there's a technical term, but it's a hurty spot. If you poke it, it hurts, and it kind of just hurts anyway. And it's the kind that I've mistakenly squeezed before, and all that comes out is that, like, clear or slightly yellow tinge fluid, your sebum, I swear, just sort of like comes out as you're squidging it, and then it just sort of crusts up and looks disgusting. So I'm not touching it, but it's really irritating the shit out of me. And I've got a spot here. And I've got a spot here, like little, I had a spot there that's kind of gone now, but it was a scratch from ED, I'm really not sure. But so I've had a couple of spots, and I don't often get spots. I may be short, I may be fat, I may be a bit funny looking with really thin hair, but I don't get spots. See, that to me was karma, of universal karma, is I didn't get spots. Now I'll get spots. Great. Awesome. So I'm not bitter about that at all. It's fine. So yes, I think that's it. Period grumbles, backache, just gross things, gross things, gross things. Other than that, excuse me, I'm going to have to poke my own face so it focuses. Hi. Other than that and the itchy rash, I think that's it for symptoms. If I've forgotten anything, I apologise. Boobs are fine. Anyone interested about my boobs? To be fair, my boobs are pretty awesome. All boobs are awesome. Poking them, yeah, they're fine. No tingly nipples or anything like that at all. So that's good. So yeah, it's just a case of waiting until next week. I'm starting to go a little bit stir crazy now. Just a tiny bit crazy. But I'm saying a lot. Sorry about that. I think that's it. So yeah, if you had any signs or symptoms, if you think any of them you had when it was positive and you didn't have any when it was negative, please comment below. I had a 3-day transfer, so the embryo was 3 days old when it was placed into my uterus. So yes, I am now 6 days past 3-day transfer. 6 days past? Yes, 6 days past 3 days. I had to think then. So yeah, that's it really. We didn't actually transfer the embryo until 2:30. I don't know if that makes any real difference or not. I don't know. Some people say it does. So then I would be 5.5 days past a 3-day transfer. I don't know. So yeah, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to go, and I'm going to shut up and I'm going to, yeah, go. Okay, bye.